A new twist to open razor from Global Shave Clubs International and Sheldon Quinn coming up next. Hi YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere, it's Mark with GeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another video. Hey, this time around we're going to have a shave with a brand new razor from Global Shave Clubs International and Sheldon Quinn. This is the Thunder Twist to Open Safety Razor. Brand new, I've had a couple of shaves with it. Very nice. It is, for me, on the aggressive side. It's rated as a mid-aggression razor, probably about 3.0 out of 5. 3 out of 5 on the scale of 1 to 5. I think it's a little more than that. It really is very, very efficient. And for me, it came with 2 Shaver Boy razor blades right here. And here is the razor. Isn't that beautiful? Now, if it looks similar or familiar to you, it does have a similar handle, just like the Rain razor. Same size handle, same kind of configuration. Beautiful color scheme. I love this gold color here. And again, the grip is wonderful and beautiful. And it's twist to open, so all you have to do is twist that knob on the bottom and it opens up. Now there's no stop here. It'll just keep turning and turning and turning and turning while the doors are already open. In contrast to something like the Vikings Blade Chieftain, where you open it up and there's a stop there. There's no stop on this one. Even with the Vikings Blade Vulcan, you open it up and there's a stop. It stops. I don't know why, but just a little different design. So all you do is open it up and it closes nicely as well. And really, when you first get this, it has a really firm, sure feel to it. And I didn't know where to open it up because everything was so tight and new. So just by twisting this, the doors slowly opened. And once they're open, you can stop. Really, very, very nice design. I like it a lot. I'm going to be using a Persona Blue Blade IP. These are made in Israel. I like them a lot. These are sharp, they're on the mild side, and I want to use something on the mild side because, as I say, this razor is, for me, a little more aggressive than I thought it was. It really is a very close shave. I'm good for 2 passes with this, and then my shave is done. That's a little more aggressive for me, and usually when I have a 2-pass shave, I'm either getting a darn fine shave or a BBS shave. With something that's a little more aggressive like this, I'm getting closer to a BBS shave. But we're going to have a shave with that, and I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to be using my Vikings Blade White Knight synthetic brush. I haven't used this in a while. I like this brush a lot. It's soft. It has a little bit of tooth to it to exfoliate the hair on your beard. Exfoliate the skin and the whisker is what I meant to say. This is really nice. I'm going to go ahead and soak that in some warm water there. I'm going to be using the Global Shave Clubs International Ice Luxury Soap. I've used that in a previous review in a little sample container about that big. I've taken it and I've put it into my Vikings Blade Chieftain bowl. I have a little bit left, but I think I have enough here to afford me a really, really nice lather. So I'm going to take some hot water. Let's get the brush out of the way so I don't get too much hot water on the brush. And I'm going to put some hot water on there, just about that much. I'm going to let that soak up a little bit, loosen up. I'm going to put my brush back in. I'm going to finish it off with an Ozma alum block and also some Duke Cannon aftershave balm. This is the ice cold. Again, this complements the Ice Luxury Soap very, very well. They're both menthol based or have menthol in them, so I like them a lot. So let that set up a little bit, and we will then go ahead and have our shave. So I'll be right back in just a minute. I already had a nice shower, but that was a little bit ago, so I'm going to use this nice warm towel just to help moisten and soften the beard a little bit. It's in some nice warmish to hottish water. Not really hot, but nice and warm. Oh, that's nice. That's terrific. And we'll just set that aside also to wipe off my hands a little bit there. A little bit damp, but that'll be okay. So let's get this and dump that off a little bit. And let's wet the face. Okay, that's great. There's my brush. I'm going to give it a little ring, and then we're going to go ahead and load this brush a little bit. Ooh. I think I have just enough soap left from the sample to give me a nice lather. I'm just going to work this up a little bit. The brush was maybe just a little overly damp, but look how much lather I'm getting. Look at that. I mean, that's beautiful. And I'm going to do a face lather. Okay, so that's a good brush load right there. So we're going to continue this lathering process on the face. And that menthol feels great. That really is an eye-opener. Wow. And the brush is nice and warm. The soap was nice and warm. But I'm going to get a contrasting cooling effect at the same time from the menthol in this shave soap. And look how much I've got. Yeah, that really worked well. I know in the previous video when I did it right from the little sample container, you know, it was a little more difficult to lather because I wasn't hitting all the bristles of the brush, wasn't loading all the bristles of the brush. But now, I mean, in something like this, yeah, everything loads up very, very well. You get the whole brush in there. And again, I like this brush a lot. It does have a nice exfoliating quality to it. It's soft, but again, it has just a little bit of tooth to the bristle. So feels a lot like the Vikings Blade Badger brush. Has the same kind of feel. So that's kind of where the softness is. And that brush also is soft, paints on very well, but also has a little bit of a tooth to exfoliate the skin. I sometimes like that. Oh man, is that nice? Look at that. Boy, that is a thick carpet of lather. That's really nice. I'm going to set that down right there. I'm going to wipe my hands off. And that's going to moisten and soften my beard. So let's get my blade. We don't have to take a lot of time to load up the razor. Okay, there's my Persona blade right there. And here's my razor. The door's already open. Now this is I'm going to push that down a little bit because this is really a very tight tolerance on that razor head. And you can kind of hear that blade kind of clicking as it's being pushed up and aligning itself. And the alignment and blade balance on this are spot on. I have tried several different blades on it and they're all the same. It's a very good tight tolerance. Okay, so there we are. So let's get some hot water. Let's heat up this razor and let's get to the shave. All right, I'm just gonna, run under some hot water, swirl in the sink, the water in the sink to bring it to temperature. All right, there we go. Nice weight, good balance, love this grip. Here we go, 30 degrees, a light touch. Let the razor do all the work, gentlemen. Yeah, that's aggressive. For me, it's aggressive. It really is. But very nice, smooth, very nice and smooth. Especially with this blade. It's very efficient. It is very efficient. All right. Okay, that's the first pass done. Let's rinse. That was a very nice first pass. On par with a lot of other razors. Usually, the second pass is my money pass. This will tell me whether my shave is done or not, or I need a third pass. And that varies from razor to razor and blade to blade in the razor. And I have plenty of shaving soap on this brush to create a lather for a second pass. I can even do a little more, pumping, that sort of thing, to kind of build it up if I want to a little bit. You can see. Here, I'll show you. Look how much is here. And I could take that, and if I want to, just take that, see, and just I mean, there's a lot of protection there, a lot. All right, let me rinse my hands. Okay. All right, here we go. Our second pass is going to be east to west across the grain. Lot of nice protection with that lather. Good, thick carpet lather. Great cushion. A lot of nice glide. Second pass is really, again, my money pass. Really. Just a light touch is all you need with this razor. You might need to play with the angle a little bit to get the optimal smoothness with it. Twist to open razor heads I found are a little bit different than the three-piece razor heads. You just vary the angle just a little bit, and that's true with this one. But it gives you such a nice, efficient shave. Very, very nice and smooth. I think the IP blade for this razor, for me, is a great choice. Very maneuverable to get up under there and get the little bits underneath the nostril. Very, very clean shave of that area. Maybe you heard my furnace just kick on. It's really a brisk morning here. It's about 45 degrees, 45 degrees. So that was a nice close pass. Okay, here we go. We're gonna rinse. Pass number 2 done. Okay, I am done. Yeah, got the chin area, no problem. Corners of my mouth, underneath the nostrils. Really, that's really nice. That's great. You know, when I see it on the, traditional wet shave, hurry up, traditional wet shave, we talk about the three shave pass. Do 3 passes with the grain, across the grain, and against the grain. And a lot of wet shavers talk to their fathers and grandfathers, and they kind of say, you know, back in the day, we only did one pass with the grain, and that was it. We were good. So, you know, kind of gauge it yourself. You don't have to do 3 passes based on the razor and the blade that you use. If you're done after 2 passes, so be it. If you're a beginner and feel that you get a good shave after 1 pass, hey, that's fine too. The trick though is do the proper prep. Get a good lather, and that's what I got, especially on that second pass. A really nice lather with some good protection there. Really, really nice shave this morning. All right, here we go with my warm water rinse and cold water rinse. There's a lot of slickness left on my face here, so I expect to be rinsing quite a bit to get that off my face. My warm water rinse right now. Yeah, that's nice. It did take a lot of rinsing to get that excess slickness off. A lot of slickness with that soap. So here's my cold water rinse, and I'm expecting a real kick because of the menthol in the shave soap. This is like a notch or 2 above Parasso Green. Really great feeling. It'll really wake you up. Here's my cold water rinse. Yeah, yeah, that's a great kick. That is a really good kick. Got a clean, fresh towel waiting for me right here. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, yeah. Nice. Somebody in a previous video commented the times I said the words nice and beautiful. I wonder what my record is. I think that's great. That was a great comment. I really enjoyed that. Okay, so I do say nice and beautiful. Oh well. Okay. But this was a nice shave. It was beautiful. That's great. Okay. Here's my Ozma alum block. Okay, and gonna run it under some cold water and see what kind of feedback we get. Yeah, for the most part, it's smooth, but I did have several zings here and there, which tells me that I got a really, really close shave from this. And I think 3 passes with this razor would probably be a little too much for me. As I say, the sheet, the sell sheet, the instruction sheet, the product information sheet that came with this razor says that it's a 3 out of 5 on the aggression level. I think it's a little higher than that for me. For me, it's a little higher than that. Here it is right here. Just gonna let that air dry and air dry, so I'll have it ready for tomorrow morning shave. Yeah, I think this is, I think it's a little more aggressive than that. At least that's been my experience with it. I really lighten up on the touch, and I make sure to use a really good lather. Get a good lather, get some good cushion. I even think that with this razor, a good pre-shave oil or pre-shave cream would also be very, very helpful. Yeah, it's really, really a very efficient razor, and I got a really, really close shave. I mean, that's close. And I know that the hairs are going to retreat. It's going to be BBS for me. It really is. This is really a little higher in aggression. My experience. Your mileage may vary depending on your skin and beard, but for me, this is a little higher than 3. This is probably 3 1/4, 3 1/2. I won't go so far as to say it's a 4, but yeah, it's very, very efficient. If you're looking for an efficient razor with a little more aggression to it, this is definitely a good choice. Yeah, really, really just terrific razor. Okay, so that's enough time for this to set up. We're going to go ahead and go with my aftershave balm, my Duke Cannon. This has It's alcohol free, menthol to cool, shea butter to hydrate. It also has sandalwood and bergamot, so that when the menthol, kind of dissipates, that sandalwood and bergamot come out. A lot of guys say that the scent is like sports cream. I don't get that. I get the menthol from it, and I kind of get the sports cream analogy there, but I've never thought that. I like it, and for this shave soap, this is a really nice compliment. Okay, so here we go. It also has tea tree oil, and I believe tea tree oil, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, I believe tea tree oil has some antiseptic qualities to it. So I don't think it's loaded with tea tree oil. Tea tree oil, I think there's just enough there to give you that antiseptic quality that alcohol would have, but it's alcohol free. So you're getting more moisturizing and nourishment from it, and no drying from alcohol. Great shave, really a terrific shave. I think this is very, very efficient. 2 passes and I'm done. You might need 3 passes. Maybe 1 pass will do it for you. But for me, 2 passes, that's all I need. 3 passes, I really do think with this razor would be a little too much. I have to be totally honest about this. This really does have an aggression and efficiency that I think exceeds what the spec is that was supplied on the product information sheet. I think it's a little higher than 3.0. I really do. But it's an incredibly efficient shave, and it gives you a really nice, smooth, close shave. The nice thing is no nicks, no cuts, no irritation. Now I had to really lighten up my touch with this razor because it's so efficient. It really is. I had to lighten up, and of course I use a milder blade, and I'm going to use it with a few other blades that I have. I've tried it with the Supermax Blue Diamond. Got a beautiful shave with that one. That was a nice, smooth blade in this razor. And I think proper prep also pays big dividends with this razor. You know, next time around I am going to use a pre-shave cream, and I'm going to make sure to have a really good lather. This was a really good lather. I think the second pass was a little richer lather than the first pass. That's okay. Both of those passes I had plenty of protection. I think a pre-shave would definitely help with this razor because, again, it's really efficient. The menthol from the soap gives me a great kick. The Ice Balm aftershave from Duke Cannon really complements that, and I can feel it right now. It's kicking in. It is a great feeling. I can feel it on my head, and I can feel it on my neck, on my cheeks. Yeah, it's a great post-shave feel. And a lot of that post-shave feel comes from the fact that this gave me a really efficient shave. The alum block did give me a few zings here and there, which told me that, yeah, you know what, that's really a close shave. But the alum block also knocks down any potential irritation that would have come. I don't think it would have developed any irritation from this, but boy, that alum block really is a great routine to use after any DE razor that you use. Mild, mid-mild, aggressive, neutral, whatever it is you have in your arsenal. I really do like using that alum block after having a shave. It really tells me exactly how my shave is. And then I can adjust the next time I use that particular razor and that particular blade. So, that's it. The Thunder Double Edge Twist to Open Safety Razor from Global Shave Clubs International and Sheldon Quinn. This is an absolutely beautiful razor. It's got wonderful weight, nice balance. It's very precise in the razor head, as you can see. A really good, tight fitting with that blade. And I've used a variety of blades on it. I'll just let you take a look at it next to the Vikings Blade Chieftain. It's a little bit larger than the Vikings Blade Chieftain. And it is a little bit shorter than the Vikings Blade Vulcan. About the same weight as the Vulcan. I think the Vulcan has a little slight edge on weight. But it is very, very efficient. And again, for me, the aggression has been a little higher than 3.0. I think it's 3.25, 3.5, somewhere in that range. But boy, I mean, it gave me just an absolutely close shave. And I think as my whisker retreats here in the next 5 minutes or so, it's going to be a BBS shave after only 2 passes. That's the amazing thing. And again, no nicks, no cuts, no irritation. So a couple things from this video is that if you do the proper prep and you moisten and soften your whisker and you build a good lather with a good soap like this Ice Luxury soap gave me, possibly a pre-shave cream or pre-shave oil, almond block afterwards and a good aftershave balm, you're going to get a really, really good shave. And this gave me a really good shave. All right. Hey, thanks very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Please share. Please subscribe. Please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below. Let me know. Check out my blog, georgetoon.com/blog for my comic strip George, other cartoons, other videos like this. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/marksradio, where you'll find all the products I review on this channel, organized and categorized on that page so you can find everything in a snap very easily. Thanks very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you again real soon.